Hi, welcome to Tuesday. This is an in-depth tutorial for how to get started with Tuesday. So Tuesday is a AI-powered sales platform that enables sellers to connect with their buyers and with personalized messages at scale. So here is the Tuesday app. And as you can see, we have a ton of templates to pick from. So here I'm going to click on all templates to show you the use cases. Now, as you can see, Tuesday is mainly used for cold outreach. So we help you generate hyper-personalized sales emails, LinkedIn messages, even the entire cold outbound sequence. We can also do creative email first lines, come up with specific use cases based on what you're selling and what the user's problem is. Summarize company mission, write a compliment, identify similar companies, comment on local weather. So if you know the location of your prospect, you can even comment on local weather or even recommend a local restaurant, which gets really, really creative. The second use case of Tuesday is to do sales prospecting, use our Google integration and AI. So basically, our AI is able to help you research recent news about the company or summarize the company's 10K or answer specific questions you may have about each account. So basically anything that you can manually run a Google search and find answers online, you can basically use a Tuesday workflow to automate the task for you. These are just examples. You can customize the prompt to do whatever to answer whatever the specific questions that you may have. And I'll show you this in just a second. Lastly, there are other use cases such as like enriching company phone number, email to LinkedIn profile conversion, find out what technology is used on the website, and a bunch of other things in marketing, content marketing use cases that you can explore. So next, let's show you how to write hyper-personalized sales emails. So to do that, you're just gonna use this template. So the first time you log into Tuesday, you don't have any of the worksheets yet. So you will need to start from a template. Just click here to get started. And the first time you run this, it will run an example. And basically, how this works is it's using information that you provide in onboarding about who you are, who your company is, and this prospect that you entered. For example, here, this is a LinkedIn URL of me. And then the second column, if you click to column header, you'll see this is actually linked to the first one. So this one is a LinkedIn scripter. So it will script the LinkedIn data and use that information to pass it into the email message column. And the email message column takes your LinkedIn profile info that you provided to us during onboarding. It takes your company information, which we script from your company website, and the prospect's LinkedIn data, which we just got from the second column. Here you'll see the prompt, and you can customize the prompt to fit your needs. But the default one is already pretty good. All right. So, and lastly, it also generates an email subject. Now, you don't have to use this, but it provides a good example for what subject you can use. Now, to examine this generating message, just click on it. You can either double click, this will give you kind of detailed, or you can just like click on it and it will navigate and you can read on the right-hand side here. So it generates short and sweet message. And each time you try, if you are not happy with it, you can click to regenerate. And in just a couple of seconds, it will give you another message. Yeah. So the next thing that you want to know is that you can just do this for any prospect just by copy and pasting a LinkedIn URL into this first column. So let's say I'm going to use the same URL again, but again, you can paste any URL. All right, I'm going to paste it here and it immediately triggers the workflow to give me another email. This usually takes about 10 to 20 seconds to run. And you will be able to see the results very, very soon. All right. So notice the next thing you do is like you can copy and paste multiple LinkedIn URLs, and it will bulk generate however many URLs that you put into it. So yeah, so that's the way that you can generate hyper-personalized sales email. Now let's talk a little bit about how you can customize the message to better suit your needs. The default message is already pretty good, but maybe you want to customize it. Well, how will you do it? So first, you notice that these are the column headers. If you click on the header, or you can also click on this arrow, drop-down arrow, and say select edit column. Same thing, it will open this column details panel where you can see how this column is configured and you can change the prompt. Here you can see it's linked to a couple of things. So my email structure, my LinkedIn profile, and my company info. These three items exist in the settings in your knowledge base because these are reused universally. And the other things like LinkedIn data is a column, and you can just link any column just by pressing @ the similar way you would mention someone on social media, you can pipe information into it. Yeah, and you feel free to change it and explore how the different prompts will work for your use case and add other instructions as you'd like. Anything that you want, you can add here. Right, I'm not gonna save for now. Let's take a look at the knowledge base. So in settings, knowledge base, here in my account, there's like many pieces of knowledge item, but when you get started, there's just 4. There is my company info, my email structure, and my LinkedIn profile. So that kind of stuff, right? So let's say you want to change the email structure, right? So my email structure is here, right? So this is the information that's passed into our AI. So if you want to change it, you can just follow the example, change it and save it. And so this is how you can personalize, customize the email structure exactly the way you want it. Cool. So now we covered the use case. And now the next time you open, you don't need to click here. You just click on personalized sales email, the last worksheet you opened, and you just can keep adding new rows to it and keep pasting. That's how you would use it individually. Now you can also import a CSV to bulk generate records. Or you can just like from a Google Sheet or Excel, you can just like copy a list of URLs and paste them right here, and it will do the same. And as I have showed you, it will just automatically generate. Now, Tuesday actually works with all the automated outreach platforms and email sending tools such as Apollo, Outreach, Instantly. We also work with SalesLoft, HubSpot. So basically, universally, any tool that you're using for automated outreach, you can easily export the data that's generated in Tuesday into those tools. Right? How do you do that? Let me show you an example. Here, this is a tool called Instantly. It sends email sequences. So in the leads management panel, you can see that I have some variables created. So 2 variables, one is email message, the other is email subject. And as you can see, this is generated by Tuesday. So universally, it's true across these different tools that you can just import these from CSV, and you can upload, you can basically download this CSV and use these columns to populate the custom fields, like email message field, email subject field, and in the sequence itself, it's custom variable placeholder that you inserted. When you preview, it will actually be replaced by the actual message. And this is true also for Apollo, right? For example, here we have the email subject, the email message, and if you preview any of the lead that you imported, you can see that the message is actually populated with the Tuesday message. Similarly with Outreach and other tools, you can do the same. All right, so we've covered the integration. Now let's talk about the secondary use case, which is to research and answer specific questions about your prospects. So here, for example, in this template, we can find recent news about the company, and here are some examples, right? So given the company name, Tuesday will first do a Google search, and what it's doing is basically taking the company name and then searching recent news. This is equivalent to typing Tesla recent news into Google, and the result is like populated here, as you can see, right? And then we pass in that result into offline AI to generate a summary of the company. So here you can see the company's news are being generated here, and you can just like use that in your workflow. Let's take a look at another example, right? Let's say we want to maybe categorize a company as B2B versus B2C. So here, given the company name and the website URL, we can use our online AI, which is kind of like a research assistant that has access to the internet, right? So that's why it's called online AI. So basically taking this information, I'm telling it to categorize this company whose website URL is this, as either B2B or B2C, according to our definition of what is B2B and B2C. And I'm telling it to output B2B or B2C. So this way, I'm telling it what is the format that I'm expecting it to answer my question in. So similar to how you would tell an intern to do research of different companies for you, right? And if you examine the results, the online AI is really good at doing research, answering questions concisely, but it also gives you citations of the details of how it came to that answer. So this is the logic and reasoning behind the scenes. And if you click on the links, you can see where it's getting that information from and double check. But yeah, basically, the online AI is really good at giving you information backed by real online research that you can directly use in your sales workflows. So now we've covered the use cases of writing hyper-precise sales emails, LinkedIn messages, and also like researching sales prospects. Right. Lastly, we are going to explain how credits work. So basically, Tuesday runs on credits because we are an AI company. So each task actually costs from a data and processing standpoint. It costs credits to run. So basically, the way to look at credit is each of these non-text columns. So all of these columns are non-text, and this one's a text because it's just your input, right? So any of the non-text column, be it LinkedIn or AI or Google search, it costs at least 1 credit to run. So for example, this one costs 1 credit, this one at least costs 1 credit, right? But it can cost more than 1 credit depending on the data that you feed into it. So here, to write a hyper-precise sales email actually takes care of a lot of data processing. So for example, my LinkedIn profile, my company information, your LinkedIn, your prospect's LinkedIn data, and taking care of all of that. So to estimate each, if you're using our tool for our default tool for precise sales emails, this role, to run this one role, it takes about 10 to 12 credits. So each email is like 10 credits, let's say. So if you're generating 100 emails, it will cost you 1,000 credits, give or take, right? So if you get the 1,000 credit per month plan, you can generate about 100 emails. You can monitor your credit usage here when you run a task. The credits will update in real time, giving you like complete visibility into how what is the credit costs of each task and how you can optimize it. For example, you see this just updated. If you want to get more, you can just click on it and will take you to settings. Here you can see what is your current credit count, and you can also refer others, which will give you free credits when they sign up. You can always get more credits, and here in our billing page, you can just upgrade now and put in a credit card, and it will work for you. Now, if your team wants to have access to this tool, please contact us using help, contact sales, and we are able to set you up with a team or organization level billing plan that suits your needs. All right, that's all. And lastly, if you have any questions, go to help, live chat, and chat with our team. That's all for now. Enjoy, and let us know your feedback. Cheers.